Color is beautiful. Color brings out diversity, but not in a crop of maize. In a crop of maize at the vegetative stage, we expect to see a lush green crop, which shows that the nutrition and fertilizer use efficiency is optimum. Here we are seeing a leaf of maize which has some discoloration, where we are seeing some purple colors on the margins or on the plant here. So this is a sign of a deficiency, and deficiencies will differ whether the element which is deficient is a macro or a micro element. So the deficiency which causes this purplish color is phosphorus, which is a macro element. Macro elements are the major or critical elements that play a pivotal role in crop production. Where you find that, where you have deficiencies in phosphorus, it is an element which is critical for root development, which then speaks to the uptake of nutrition and moisture by the crop, thereby affecting productivity and then profitability ultimately. So it's very, very important for you to pay particular attention to the discolorations that are in your crop, not with zeal or interest, but rather with concern and a need to correct. So here we are seeing phosphorus deficiency, but other deficiencies that you can see, sometimes if it's nutrition deficiency like nitrogen, you can get some yellowish discoloration on the leaves, particularly the whole plant might be looking a bit pale, showing that it needs that nitrogen to go into the active vegetative growth. In some instances, that yellowish again, depending on its extent and where it's found, can also be a sign of other elements, micro elements that include your zinc, particularly in sandy soils or soils that are deficient in zinc. So it's very, very important for you to do soil nutrition analysis before you embark on any cropping venture. Particularly those farmers who are now about to harvest their crop, they should start thinking about soil analysis so that they come in with corrective remedial measures in the form of pH correction. Like if you're going to be applying lime, it will need to be activated and work within about 3 months for you before you apply, you plant your crop. And then other elements can be corrected using the standard fertilizers, albeit with an adjustment of the rate. But there are some elements which, if they are deficient, you need to come in with a straight fertilizer so that you can be able to meet the needs of the crop without compromising the soil stability in terms of its nutrition status. Other elements might need to be applied in the form of boosters, which are foliar fertilizers that come in to complement the standard fertilizers that will be applied by the crop, guided, of course, by the stage of growth and the crop in question. So pay particular attention to color in crop production, in farming, but you should know that color, discoloration, and multiple colors might not always be a good thing in farming. So on this block, as you can rightfully see, there is a deficiency of nitrogen, and the crop is looking a bit pale in terms of the green color that we are getting. And even the stalk density, it just shows that even the vegetative stage did not get enough nitrogen for it to build a strong frame, which then speaks to increasing the productivity level. But in this particular instance, it was because of the waterlogging, which happens here, and leaching, which also comes in. So the fertilizer was applied and then it was leached. So that leached nitrogen, it had to be compensated somehow. Either you come in with an additional application or a booster in the form of a foliar, but then you need to also make sure that the crop is getting the enough number of nutrients that are required. If it's nitrogen, is it sitting within the range of nitrogen which is required so that you get the value? So nutrition management is always very, very important.